We are going to be working with 4 different donkeys today, and you're going to be able to see different stages of the gentling process. So if you've been curious about what it's like to gentle your own donkey, this is going to be the perfect video for you. So this one here is Nuala, and yesterday I got first touch with her. Today is the 3rd day of working with her. So she's still very new. Right now you can see how she's putting her head down so low. She's pretty nervous. So I have my long stick here. It's just an extension of my arm. And I'm going to come out. She's not reacting or anything, so I'm just going to come out. I'm going to touch her with it. And then I can kind of come in closer little by little. Every donkey is different, so how far you can come in close to them is going to be different for every donkey. Now, right now, she's not reacting. I'm going to touch her. Hi, you. And now I'm just going to casually walk away. This is the 3rd day of working with her. And if she needs to move now, that's okay. Just going to rub her with this some. She's doing good. She's not reacting. I'm going to come pet her. That's a good job. Now I'm going to walk away. I'm just going to slowly approach her. She's not been reacting a lot, so I don't need to put out my long stick, but I totally can. The long stick is just an extension of my arm. Good job. Now remember, the biggest release I can give her is to walk away from her. You're doing such a good job. Yeah. So now I'm going to walk away. Try to stop her. There we go. And the way I stop her is by getting ahead of her drive line. So I'm going to approach. Maybe I'll even offer her some oats. She's looking away, so I'm not going to keep approaching. Her looking away is telling me she's getting ready to go. So now I'm going to pet her. Good girl. She is not super scared. If I step away a little bit, she might get curious. There, she's getting curious. Smelling my hand. Donkeys tell us a lot about how they're feeling by how their body language is, but a lot of people don't understand how to read that because they don't understand the stoicness of a donkey. That's part of what I want to help people understand. A release right now can just be not asking her any questions. She's looking at me. That's curiosity. We like that. So now I'm going to come over. She started to look away. That's part of their stoicness. That means something. Early on, I never realized how much that kind of stuff means, but it totally is a big deal. Okay, so I'm just gradually coming over to her. Another donkey I might not be able to do this with. Hi. She started to lean away just a tad, so I'm going to step away. Then I could approach her again. And then I could step away. Notice how I'm not like facing her directly. And even though she didn't eat any of the oats from my hand, I could still walk away. Remember, that's the biggest release I can give her. Dan is working with Nuda. You can see she's licking and chewing. Oh, now she stopped that I went to zoom in on her. That's all a big deal, guys. So we're setting timers for 15 minutes. There she's licking and chewing again. So then we work with them for a little bit and then give them a break. And when you're dealing with a wild donkey, it's good for the break to actually get out of the pen. Often they're not able to relax with you in the pen, so you have to work up towards that. Now, we do not have first touch on her. Or did I touch her with a glove yesterday? Okay, so I touched her, but I was wearing a glove. So I don't know. Should I count that, guys? I didn't get to feel how soft her fur is because I was wearing a glove. Get her licking and chewing again. So this is just a lot of advance and retreat. Dan was also sitting with her. Dan uses oats a lot, just having her come up and be comfortable and to eat in his presence. That's a big deal. So there's nothing happening that's fast here. This is very slow, going at their speed. Notice he's not retreating as much. So the retreat, like walking away, that can just give him a giant release, but he is still backing away. Now, there's more than one way to do things, right? Now, this donkey, Nuda, she has turned and like offered to back into Dan. She offered to kick me when I was moving her yesterday, where Nula has not offered any of that. When they do that, I'm not upset with them, guys. It just tells me where they're at. It tells me what their personality is. Oh, she's licking and chewing again. And I like knowing what their personality is. I'm going to guess that Nuda here is going to be even more brave than Nula, even though we don't have first touch. Yeah. Willing to kick out at somebody and like that there turning her hind end. I don't get upset about it. We're in a pen that's kind of small for this, but just keep yourself safe, guys. The area that I'm standing in to film, it's only 12 feet across, so it would be pretty easy to get kicked in this pen. It's not my favorite pen for doing first touch stuff.
You always give me the meanest donkey in the smallest pen.
Wait a minute, I've been the one working with Richard this whole time.
In a big pen.
All right, so we're going to stop recording, guys, because it's going to be a lot more of this until she's really comfortable around us. And next we have Elton John and number 12. Number 12 still needs a name, guys. These guys are getting ready to graduate, and then they're going to be going to their new family along with number 72. One of the things that we need to be able to do is do a halter. She accepts the halter, but she still gets a little bit nervous. So if your donkey gets a little bit nervous, doing this target training ahead of time will help. She is picking up all 4 feet now. And I don't know if we're going to do it today or not, but her next thing is loading into the trailer. So what Dan's doing now is just kind of checking in with her to make sure she's okay with the halter. And you see there she got nervous. And that happens when they get nervous, guys. Don't sweat it. Just know that they need to get more comfortable. And this can happen with both domestic and wild. You see how she took some steps towards Dan? She says she's ready. Now we, at this point, we're using a ton of pay. What we use for pay is rolled or crimped oats, low starch grain, or Timothy pellets. Now, if you can't do these steps before putting the halter on, you're not going to be able to get the halter on either because they're not going to want to stay put. That's why we do all this stuff ahead of time. Now, even though right now we're taking our sweet time putting the halter on, it won't be like this forever. This still is, we're building up her confidence with all the different steps that come with a domestic life. Remember, she was wild. And again, it doesn't matter if they were wild or domestic. If they're nervous, they're nervous. We need to help them be comfortable. So eventually, she doesn't get pay for all this stuff. But right now, while we're still in the gentling process, she does get pay for all of this. All right, so now we're going to work with her. And I'm not going to keep recording because it's a lot of repetition, guys. But we're going to work with her. And then next, we'll be working with Elton John, who is back there waiting. I'm using this long brush to teach him to pick up his feet when I ask for it. Now, with this, I don't want him to have any fear of it. And I can start with the countdown to check in. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, deet. When I do the countdown, he can't move his feet. Now, he moved his foot, but it was after I said the little code word. Him stepping towards me, that's him saying he's ready. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, deet. Here, I'm just getting him really comfortable with touch. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, deet. That was a good one. Nice. Typically, with where he's at, I would just do this once to check in with him, and then I would start asking him to pick up his foot. But because he's acting a little bit nervous, I'm going to wait and just make sure he's comfortable. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Whoops. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Whoops. You don't get any pay for that. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Whoops. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Deep. There. So that time I stayed up higher so that I didn't go where he's wanting to kick out, because really I'm trying to build up his confidence right now, not teach him to kick, right? And we can teach him to kick on accident, guys, so we do have to be mindful of all that. You ready to do it again? 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Deep. Good job. Here you go. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Deep. Good job. Foot. Deep. Good job. Here you go. Foot. Deep. There you go. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Deep. Good job. Good job. Here you go.